Hi there, once again on Google Cloud. Today I'm going to be talking about console and Cloud Shell. So first thing I'm going to do, into storage. Let's create a bucket. Move to regional, wherever. Let's create it. So already created. Fine. Now we're going to create a virtual machine. I'll minimize the shell in a while. Give it a name. All changes on. You can check the machine type, etc. I'm going to leave this where it is medium or EC2 micro. So allow some HTTP traffic. Now that's great. Why it's always showing that? Let's get inside the VM. CPU and platform. Okay. There's this I'd like to show. And also the availability policies. There's some availability policies. Now what we do, we are going to service account. I am admin, service accounts. Okay, let's create service account. Give it a name. It has an email. Create description. There's no need of it. Let's select a role. Try editor. Then we can write project editor. I should have Okay, easy. Continue. Done. Okay, let's select this. Create a key. JSON create. It's going to be downloaded. Okay. Now we're going to Cloud Shell. Let's close this. Now we're going to create some MV vars. It's my first bucket, which is the same as the product. Let's create a bucket 2. Let's put just an underscore 2. Get into add in a region or so. Perfect. Now we're going to upload the file. Here is this file. Let's see what's this file. Yeah, right now. We're uploading. Just going to let's change the file name. Can use perfect. Now we're going to push it to the storage. First thing I'm going to do, create another bucket. JSU2 make bucket, the name of the bucket. Authorize. Get my regions. The zones of my region. I'm gonna set my zone to this. Let's set my zone to West Central. Change the zone. I gotta create another name for a VM. Let's create by using NVVars another instance. You can specify the machine type, the image family, and subnet. Once it's created, now you have to see here 2 buckets. There will be 2 buckets, perfect. And I should have 2 virtual machines that you can check by this command. Perfect. Now we're going to create another service account. Perfect. Another service account. If we go to service accounts, it's going to be create and fill. You don't see it suddenly. After we be back here, it takes a while to be refreshing. That's part of the flow. Now I'm gonna run this and pulse binding. Roll as viewer to the second service account. So this one is an editor, the other is a viewer. Okay. Let's switch page and be back in fill. Pull in the cat image, and I'm going to push to the first bucket. Pushing things to the first bucket. Let's go to the first bucket. There's a cat. I get access control list. Okay. Now we can see the ACL JSON file. Editor, viewer. Perfect. See the access control list. Now I'm going to do set as private. I'm going to generate another ACL2. Only the owner can check that. Send as private. Now we're going to do activate service account credentials. Okay. Check the config list a little bit different than before. So now we're going to check the auto list. Perfect. Those two. Now I'm going to copy that to the bucket. Access denied. I cannot do that. Understood what I had done. So for the second bucket, I can do. So for the first was a private. Since now I'm going to set account back since I use the other. This other is what's on there. I'm switching accounts. It's not showing the second service account. What I'm going to do now, all the users object viewer on the first one, object viewer. So it sensor viewer. Let's go to the storage. Go to the bucket 1. You have a it's public to internet. Okay. Do it to be large to see. Just call it a project. Let's get inside. I should say here. I want to open the Azure. Let's create a folder. Let's put somewhere else. Okay, that's going to to execute a cleanup. Yep. Everything was not fine and it ended. I want to check this with the editor. Let's check that. Perfect. Let's expand this orchestrate. Let me check this file. I'm gonna add this to the file. Just to see that I changed in the file. Perfect. Let me check those files I have here. Let's create a file. That's okay. Let's go to the VMs. Let's do an SSH. Installing Nginx. Pretty simple to install something in the virtual machine. Welcome to Nginx. Perfect. That's all I would like to share. Let's try to do something else. Remember the cat URL. Let me get the cat URL. Oh shit. Fine. I'll open another instance. Please move. Come on. Can't believe it. Cannot move.